Lil Lonnie was tragic already at just 22 years old from a wound to the head. When the news broke about his the whole was shocked.
That shit crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. He got hit in the head, crashed out before the ambulance got there.
A candlelight vigil was held for Lonnie in his neighborhood, but then someone pulled through and started letting off at the vigil. People
what the fuck?
But he got hit.
Why would they do that? Shorty wasn't even know in the streets like that. That's why I say he had to be associated with a big homie that was in the streets or something. Cause why else do y'all want to scope so bad on this nigga that don't do nothing to nobody, gang? Shorty go to college and rap.
These exotic boys, smoke exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic glocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
What up, Mula gang? It's your boy Mac Mula, aka Mr. Mula Mac. I'm back with another video. Y'all know how we rockin', man. Cloud stocking. I keep the cushion in my pocket, thunk in my hand. No cap. Over there. What y'all on? Hope everybody decent. We finna jump into this reaction. Make sure y'all tap in the rest of my channels. Follow me on the gram. Blow that. Gotta blow. Sometimes you gotta blow that ash off that thunky. Get off my thunky ash. What you doing? I'm phone now. Let's get into this video, shorty. We ain't finna tweet.
Lil Lonnie
from
Jackson,
oh, I remember Lil Lonnie. That was my
skills and the momentum to out of the city. But right when he was about to blow up and become a star,
that's crazy.
He was brutally in his hometown. And today we're breaking down the crazy and tragic story behind it. Lil Lonnie came up on the north side of Jackson in a neighborhood called Verdon Addition. Jackson is a violent place without much to do.
Jackson, Mississippi, on God.
Lonnie, you're pretty much gonna either be a hustler or a robber if you come from there. Even if you want to be legit and get a normal job instead of being active in the streets, there's not a lot of opportunity for that in Jackson. That's why so many people still respect Lonnie even though he years ago. Instead of following what everyone else was doing,
he stuck to
he made his own lane and was showing everyone in the city that they didn't have to fall in the trenches and end up in jail or over some beef.
For sure.
Lonnie started rapping.
That's why I was finna say, like, Lil Lonnie, I used to listen to Lil Lonnie, like, this is probably I was in high school for sure, like, probably maybe, like, even early as freshman, sophomore year, I don't know, I don't remember when he passed, but I used to listen to bro, like, on God, he had that just, like, cool little, fake little, he was young, but he had that little cool little music, like, you know, it wasn't, like, no street like, the nigga bang, 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 like, you know, he wasn't on that, so when he died, even back then, I'm like, but I ain't know nothing about, you feel me, Jackson, Mississippi, and these videos wasn't even like really popping back then. So it's I'm excited to listen to see what happened.
His older brother Lorenzo and his homies had a little studio, and that's how Lonnie got started. He'd kick it with them all the time and started laying down tracks before he was even a teenager. He was surrounded by crime and violence every day, but Lonnie didn't let it get to him. A lot of his homies were jumping off the porch by the time they were 12 or 13, but Lonnie stayed in school and had bigger plans. The come up wasn't easy though, especially after he lost his mom when he was just 4 years old. Lonnie finished high school and went to a local community college for a while. Then he transferred to Jackson State University and was studying communications.
I remember that.
But while he was studying, he started dropping music on the side. And in 2015, his track Colors popped off and ran up millions of views on YouTube.
That's the one right
went
there.
From a college student who rapped on the side to an underground celebrity. A lot of dudes would have dropped out on the spot and become a full-time rapper. But Lonnie was smart enough to know that he needed to finish school first in case the rap thing didn't work out.
Right.
He still went to class and was studying right next to other students who were actually his fans.
Right.
It was a wild situation for him.
Crazy.
Especially after he started
getting yeah, and it's lit though. That's like a lot of niggas' dreams, on God. You feel me? To blow up while you still in high school or college, like you still in school, you still get to come and promote to this big ass market of people that know you and think you cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? To grow your shit. And you know, nigga probably getting a little all that on phone there. You probably come to school all little all on phone there. Like that's how it go. Like when you that nigga at school or like at a, cause when you graduate college, you never that social again unless you go to the club. But even then, that's just a bunch of loud music and naked. That ain't the same thing as like being on college campus and
shows and working with huge artists. Lonnie was also careful about who he kept around. A lot of times when young dudes pop off in the rap game, they just let anyone kick it with them and end up getting surrounded by people who just want to ride the wave.
Right.
But Lonnie said, when you get to a certain level, you got to watch out for the negativity around you and be careful who you're chilling with. In 2016, Lonnie dropped a mixtape with features from huge artists like Bryson Tiller and Moneybagg Yo. Plus, he was learning from OGs in the game like 50 Cent about how to make all the right moves in the industry. Lil Boosie is a legend in the South, and a lot of dudes like Lil Lonnie came up listening to him every day.
Right.
Boosie was a major inspiration for Lonnie, and it was a huge win for him when Boosie linked up with Lonnie in the studio for the track Walking on Blood. Boosie actually wanted to sign Lil Lonnie, but Lonnie ended up turning down Boosie's offer. In an interview, Lonnie said he wanted to build a mutual relationship with Boosie instead of just signing to him, and that it was all just business. But rumors say there might be more to the story. According to some reports, Boosie wanted to sign Lonnie for just 10 racks. By that time, Lonnie was already working with major artists and running up millions of views, so
Right.
10K wasn't going to do much for him.
Right.
Plus, when new artists come in the game and sign to another rapper, the situation usually doesn't work out anyway.
Right.
Gucci Mane is one of the biggest southern rappers of all time, but he's never been able to put together his own label. He tried a few
Like
times.
for real.
but
He
there's
low
always-
key did, but Gucci just gonna go get real street niggas that's really in the streets, like now, right now, like active. He gonna get verifiable street niggas. So niggas like Pooh Shiesty, what come with street niggas is drugs, goddamn it, tweaking, getting locked up, past troubles, getting killed even. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got niggas that's really in the streets, that's what happened. That's what happens in the streets. Everybody know that. So nigga like Pooh Shiesty, but Gucci still blew a lot of niggas up. Like Pooh Shiesty was running the whole world. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad that he in jail. It's really sad that he did that because he was on top of the whole world. It would have been him and King Von. The whole drill would have been theirs, on God. Pause. Listen, I have a mentorship called the Mula membership where I'm going to teach you how to get rich with business, YouTube, crypto, stocks, financial literacy, credit, every single way. Now, I became a millionaire by the time I was 23 years old. I'm going to teach you step by step for only $50. Click the first link in the description right now and get added to my group chat where I'm going to give you one-on-one help to make sure you get rich in 2024. Click it right now. Stop tweaking because we got very, very, very limited spots and I don't want you to miss this bag.
Drama and his artists end up getting locked up all the time. Kodak Black started a sniper gang label and signed some of his old homies, but then money issues came up and he fell out with his homie Jack Boy so badly that Yak ended up throwing 100K in the ocean just to prove a point. 50 Cent's G-Unit
I ain't
label ran
doing
the
that,
game for years, but
I
there
get
was
all
so much
rich, I
drama
get
in the
you hear me?
crew that 50 ended up kicking a couple of the dudes out live on the radio and even got into a wild shootout with the game's crew over the situation. Lonnie was making all the right moves and knew how to take care of himself. So when Boosie allegedly offered him a weak deal, he just passed on it and kept the momentum pushing. Lonnie said that he was open to signing a major deal later if the money was right, but he was blowing up all by himself and staying independent. One thing that really separated Lonnie from other rappers who come from the street is that he was all about leaving the drama behind him and bringing the city together. He really made it out of nothing. And in the video for the track, Make a Way, Lonnie described the situation he came from. Lonnie said that he came up in one of the worst areas of the city and didn't have anything, so he got on the grind to provide for his family. A lot of people who come up in the trenches like that don't see a way out, but Lonnie had a plan from an early age to change his life. And even though he talks about the streets sometimes, Lonnie said in an interview, most of my music is more motivational. When you're coming from the hood,
he wasn't talking about
I
the
want you to
streets.
know
Like,
there
he
are
talked
better
about
things
the
to
streets,
do,
but like
better ways to be. Lonnie was really
he
trying to do
wasn't,
something special for
on
Jackson
that, like,
and
you
put it
know?
on for the whole city. But in 2018, he was
Oh,
brutally
2018
out of nowhere. On April
he
9th,
that.
2018, Lil Lonnie was riding around Jackson, Mississippi with a woman named Ashanti Jones around 10 p.m. His sister said he didn't have any beef in the city and there wasn't anyone who had problems with him.
He didn't do anything to anyone, any harm to anyone to bring this on him. So from what we are gathering and getting from the detectives is that someone just senseless did that out of not having nothing to do.
Hating on him, maybe tried to rob him, maybe was mad because he wasn't putting them on some little stupid like that, or maybe Lil Lonnie big homie was in the streets and they just wanted to scold and
In Jackson, someone just ended up following him and him.
And that's why everyone was so shocked at what happened next. The woman who was with him, Ashanti Jones, said that Lonnie and her had gone out to dinner, then they went back to their apartment to grab a phone charger. They were heading to where one of Ashanti's friends were staying to hang out. And all of a sudden, someone in the whip in front of Lonnie started letting off shots. When the shooting happened, Ashanti heard glass shattering, but Lonnie pushed her down under the glove compartment so she wouldn't get hit.
Lonnie died, sat down. That's crazy. Lonnie saving his girl. Pushed his girl down up under the
Whip crashed into a house, and by the time the paramedics rolled up to the scene, Lil Lonnie was tragically already at just 22 years old from a got wound to the head. When the news broke about it, the whole was shocked.
That shit
Lil
crazy,
Lonnie
bro. That shit is crazy. He got hit in the head, crashed out before the ambulance got there.
Was on his way up in the rap game and was always spreading positivity. And nobody knew why someone would want him dead. Lonnie getting was a tragedy, but the violence wasn't over
2018.
yet. A few days after he died, a candlelight vigil was held for Lonnie in his neighborhood. Hundreds of people showed up from all over the city to pay their respects. But then someone pulled through and started letting off at the vigil. People started screaming and running for cover.
Never.
It's still not clear who was behind the shooting.
What the fuck?
But he got hit.
Why would they do that? Shorty wasn't even know in the streets like that. That's why I say he had to be associated with a big homie that was in the streets or something. Cause why else do y'all want to scope so bad on this nigga that don't do nothing to nobody, gang? Shorty go to college and rap.
But Lonnie's family and the rest of the city couldn't believe what happened. Lonnie's visitation was held on May 4th, and there was security all over the place because of what went down at the candlelight vigil. The next morning was when Lonnie was officially buried, and another situation almost popped off outside the funeral. After the mayor and a bunch of other people gave speeches to honor Lonnie, everyone went outside. It's not clear what happened next, but some people trying to pull out of the church parking lot started arguing, and that's when one of them allegedly pulled out a pistol. Luckily, the cops were right there to break it up before anything could happen. But it was just more proof about how wild Jackson, Mississippi really is.
Jackson at that dirty side. That's what I think when I hear with the Mississippi, anywhere in Mississippi, that dirty side of them. Jackson, or even Arkansas and shit. Like, that's where it go down, boy. It's easy to get. Ain't shit else to do in this country.
Rapper named Jay Gutta said,
"Rich piece of Lil Lonnie, he was making it happen. Like everybody was. It's just like at the time, everybody was sticking together. Yeah. Everybody was doing shit with everybody. Wasn't nobody switching sides. And it's like when bruh died.
Y'all got separated.
It went back to how it was before Brave. And
he said that Jackson is full of jealousy and beef for no reason.
This cameraman might shoot with this guy. Yeah. So I hit him like, man, I need you to shoot something for me. Nah, man, I can't do it. Why? You know, I ain't trying to get in the middle of what you and him got going on, and me and him got this going on, so I can't do it.
Lil Lonnie was all about bringing everyone up. Didn't want to cause any more violence in his hometown. He was actually making a lot of progress and changing the rap game in Jackson, but after he died, it was worse than ever. Lil Boosie has always said that rappers should get out of their hometown after they pop off, but unfortunately, Lonnie wanted to get.
And I'm talking about like, as soon as you pop off on the dead guys, boy, like, nigga, you get you 20,000 cash on you, shorty, move. So I left Chicago with $900 on the dead guys, boy. I put that in my Chevy Cruze with no brakes and drove 9-10 hours to Atlanta, Georgia. Hell is you saying? Got me a nice little cheap ass apartment in a regular ass neighborhood and was broke. No job. All I had was a dead YouTube channel and a marketing company that made me $1,000 a month, if that. My rent was $400. We were splitting it 3 ways. And I grinded that shit out. So, if you a rapper and you got some shit popping, get the hell on, man. Ain't nothing you finna do finna help fix this city, shorty. I swear to God. Because somewhere, somebody, some way, somehow, somebody gonna hate on you and somebody is going to kill you, bro. Whether it's the nigga you could have took his crayons in motherfucking kindergarten, he's going to kill you, bro. You could have had his girl before you got money. Nah, nigga think he got money. Nah, nigga think he just run the city. This nigga think he just run the city. I'm gonna show him. On God, nigga. You might have a homie from the city that another nigga don't like to be like, oh, yeah. We finna go like get money nigga that think he flashy and think he got all the diamonds. We finna go that nigga and hurt that nigga. That's how niggas is, bro. People gonna be people. You gotta get yours and get on, shorty, every time.
Get back to a city, and that's what got
guys, boy.
After the news broke about his death, Boosie hopped on social media and said that Lonnie's homies better slide for him, but the cops caught up to his killers before the streets could. After Lil Lonnie was killed, Monia Davis, Marshawn Carr, and Antoine Carr
like
all got booked for the shooting. And this is how it all went down. During the trial, Monia
look
Davis'
like 3
girlfriend,
crabs.
Sonata Lewis, testified and told the court everything.
Oh, and your
Sonata said that
girlfriend
she was
told
with
on you.
Monia Davis first. Then they met Antoine Carr and Marshawn Carr to pick them up. Her boyfriend, Monia Davis, had a rifle with him, and the other 2 were also strapped. They were driving down Montebello Street, and the 3 dudes started complaining about the bright headlights behind them. Monia Davis was driving, and he pulled over to the side and hopped out of the whip and said that he was about to Antoine and Marshawn got out too, and that's when they started letting off shots. The cops tracked Sonata Lewis down first, and after she told them what happened, they were able to
I'm at a complete loss for. I don't even know what to say to that. Shorty, you hopped out the car and killed a nigga because his headlights was irritating you? Hey, yo, stupid crash out homies got out and blinked too. All y'all dumb as y'all, man. And it just had to be Lil. I mean, anybody, it would have been bogus, but it just had to be the biggest rapper out the city.
pick up the other 3 dudes.
Like,
Monia Davis
the fuck?
actually snitched on his homies,
Course he
Marshawn and
snitched.
Antoine, and said that they were the ones who pulled the trigger on Lil Lonnie.
So Marshawn probably just, you know what I'm saying? He got in the car. I'm like, hey, chill.
After they killed Lonnie, Monia Davis said his homies were all hyped up and wanted to spin another block, but he told them no. Monia Davis also told the cops that the reason he
all
didn't come
hyped
forward
up, y'all
earlier
stupid.
was because a dude named Trill threatened him and his family. It's not clear who Trill
His
is,
to that
but Monia
snitch.
Davis said that Trill his cousin.
I ain't gonna lie
Marlo.
though. If I look, that's one of them situations. I don't give a what you call me. Hey, nigga, I'm gonna let everybody know this right now. If I'm in the car chilling and you get irritated by some headlights and hop out the car and this nigga, they come pick me up for murder. If you think I'm finna go sit in that goddamn jail because you did some stupid shit, you got life up, homie. On the dead guys, boy. This is gonna be me right here. Now, if we agree to go rob a nigga, I get caught, you don't. That's just how went. I take my lick. I see you when I get home. Hold me down, please. You get what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming. But some like this on the dead guys, boy. Yup. He shot him. I don't know why he shot him. I told his ass to chill the fuck out. I didn't have no gun. I didn't want no goddamn gun. I didn't know what they was shooting at him for. He kept complaining about the headlights. He pulled the car over, hopped out and shot him. Don't know why. Don't care why. I didn't do it. See you later.
After he accused Antoine Carr of Lil
Tweaking.
Lonnie, Monia Davis said that Antoine had threatened him too, but apparently Monia Davis was capping about everything to save himself.
Oh, he was capping?
Flipping on his homies wasn't enough though, and Monia Davis ended up going down with a life sentence.
Yeah, life
Antoine caught a
sentence.
life sentence too,
Life.
but it's not clear what happened with Marshawn's case.
Lil
Lil Lonnie's death was already a tragedy, but what
said
made the
not
whole
clear what
situation worse is that he didn't even
Probably
know
got
the
life
guys.
too.
It wasn't like Lonnie was in the streets getting
Right.
into it with the ops.
Right.
He was just trying to finish school and make it in the rap game. But unfortunately,
Didn't even know the
he
niggas
never
that
got a chance.
They didn't even know the niggas that killed him. On some random, that man.